A heavy grace, an anguished dream. The dark pines of your mind dip deeper, and you're sinking, sleeper in an elementary world. There's something down there, and you want it told. But some stories are too dark and terrible to speak to the light.
Mason? Mason? Mason, you've been staring out that window for over half an hour. Is there anything interesting going on out there?
Nothing particularly interesting, no.
Then perhaps you could focus your attention on me.
You don't want that. You definitely don't want that.
And why wouldn't I want that?
Some people seem to find my full and undivided attention uncomfortable, some may say. Others may say excruciatingly painful.
Why are you doing this to me? Mason, please stop. Why are you doing this? Mason, stop! Make it stop! Mason?
Yes?
What do you mean excruciatingly painful?
I wasn't aware there was more than one definition.
You know what I meant.
No, I'm not sure that I do.
Well, if you're not prepared to talk, I see little point in continuing this session. You know, Mason, I'm not here to judge. Is that why you don't want to talk to me? You're afraid I might judge you?
Doctor, 3 weeks ago I killed my sister. You can hardly think your judgment means anything to me.
It may be hard to believe, Mason, but some people are here to help you, regardless of what you've done. All right, that's enough for today.
What can you tell me about him?
Not very much. So far, I found him to be unresponsive. He's quiet, closed off. He's witty and quite intelligent.
And you say he's estranged from his father?
Correct, for a couple years at least.
It seems like a past like that is almost a prerequisite for ending up in a place like this.
Yeah. Here's his file.
Thank you. Good morning, Mason. My name is Saul Weston. I'm the lawyer assigned to your case by the state. How are you feeling today?
Like a murderer.
You're pleading guilty then.
It'll certainly make things easy for you.
You don't need to worry about simplifying things for me. I need to worry about doing that for you. It says here that you and your sister lived alone. No help from your father. You worked full-time in some sort of warehouse to support yourselves. Living alone, just the two of you, you must have been close.
Sure, yeah.
Why would you kill the only person you love? And presumably, your only care?
I need a reason.
I would say yes.
I don't have one.
Fine. Not much else for me to ask, really. But there was one thing from the crime scene that seemed odd. How could have you stabbed your sister with a knife you never touched?
What do you mean?
Your fingerprints weren't on the knife implicit at the death.
I wiped it clean after.
I just don't get it.
You don't need to understand. You're my lawyer. I killed my sister. All you need to do is enter my plea. Guilty.
Don't you have to be fairly close to someone to stab them?
What's your point, Mr. Weston?
You didn't have the slightest trace of blood on your clothing that evening.
You weren't there. I was. You couldn't possibly know what happened. I do.
Then tell me, how did you avoid bloodying yourself?
I didn't. I changed after.
Mason, I can help you. I just need to know why you're lying to me.
What do you want from me? I killed her, okay?
Okay, I think we're through here. I've seen a lot of disenfranchised badasses in my line of work. Trust me, kid, you're not fooling anyone.
Hey Mason, Mason Shaw, buddy, you awake?
How many times do I have to tell you, stay on your side of the cell?
But I was just thinking, we put our costs together, feel like we had a double bed.
No.
That's fine. Talk in your sleep anyways.
What?
Oh, Rylan, blah, blah. Rylan, well.
Stop.
Touched a nerve, did I? Huh? Who's Rylan? Your lover? Girlfriend? Prize prostitute?
You better shut up and stay off my bed if you know what's good for you.
Rylan, I'm so sorry.
I said shut up! Don't talk about things you don't understand.
This is what you did to Rylan. Oh yes, role play. My favorite. Mason next. Ooh, Mason, buddy. You got me all worked up there. Ooh, I'm all worked up now. Mine's going a mile a minute. Light bulb. First thing I do when I get out of here, I'm gonna find that Rylan of yours and see what all the fuss is about. What are you doing? Stop! Stop it! Guards! 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 Guards!
We're on here.
Get him out of here! Take him!
You've been at that all night. Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, fine, babe.
Are you coming to bed soon?
I just can't. I gotta figure something out.
What are you working on?
Homicide. I've got a dead shopkeeper, no suspects, and less than 8 hours to come up with some answers.
They can't possibly expect you to save the world overnight. Let's go to bed.
I can't. I feel like I'm on the verge of figuring this out. It's bizarre. There's been 4 unsolved homicides in a 3-block radius in Elmwood Heights. All 4 were conducted within a month of each other. In all 4 instances, the victims were stabbed once in the heart.
Elmwood Heights, the project's down by the mall?
Yeah.
It's a rough neighborhood, isn't it? Stuff like this happens there all the time. The person responsible for this is probably going to do it again, and you'll nab them then.
That's just it. They've stopped.
They stopped?
Almost as quickly as they began. There's been nothing in 3 weeks. The trail's gone cold. And what's more, the force hasn't made an arrest since some kid turned himself in for stabbing his sister. This guy, 3 weeks ago, he turned himself in for stabbing his sister. The neighborhood's been quiet ever since.
I recognize him. He's been all over the news. You don't think that...
He did the rest?
Where did he live?
A duplex, 39 and Prince Henry Street,
Elmwood Heights?
Elmwood Heights.
Sounds to me like you got your suspect. Don't stay up too late.
Hey, it's James O'Hanlon for Lieutenant Chisholm. I've got something on the Elmwood Heights stabbings.
Look, Mason, I know that you're upset. Mason, stop.
Rylan!
Some things aren't meant to be said out loud. Some things are doomed to cast shadows on even the brightest part of your memory. Some things will burden you in perpetuity. This land, like a mirror, turns you inward, and you become a forest and a furtive lake. The dark pines of your mind reach downward. You dream in the green of your time. Your memory is a row of sinking pines. A thick and oppressive darkness clouds my mind. There is light, yeah, high above my head, high above my heart, but slowly, surely, it's fading into nothingness.